Right. It's time. We've got to see what's behind the funny door. It's just a fucking teacup. I had the opportunity to end the last episode sitting in a fucking teacup. You're kidding me. I mean, something about having to have waited a whole other fucking episode to just get to that made it somehow more impactful. So I shan't begrudge that. I don't regret the call that I made. It was the wisest call to have made under the circumstances. I just think the teacup just came at a weird time. Yeah, fuck him up. Fuck him up with your beaks. Don't do anything. Don't do anything anymore, you little burglar.
You whoop, roly-poly! You went away.
You did went. As you do? Oh, well. Coffee cup. Your legs even go through it because they know that you've just made the name different for the fucking sake of it. You diamond-plated fuck of all trades. You know, I would complain. I would complain about the amount of backtracking I'm having to do right now on the air, but it's... Oh, I missed a dog. There's always one more dog. I told you already. The point being that we've gotten a lot of creature improvements done. So there you go. This was the answer to my woes. My woes about not seeing them all in time. Who knows? I certainly don't. I can only guess. I'm not Daniel Fitzpatrick, the man who looks into the future for trivial reasons. Alright, I can't tell you these hoppy. I can't tell you these hoppy things. And frankly, nobody should. Like, because really, what's the point? It'll save me a bit of, like, wondering, but I wasn't wondering that hard, to be honest. Like, why did you bother? What a pointless use of prophetic ability. Tremble before Horace Poundland, the funny Labrador. He'll get you. He'll fucking get you. We don't know how he'll get you. No one's lived to speak of it, you know? Puts us in a bit of a fucking bind. We've got to warn people, but we don't really know what of. The warning's next to useless. Oh, why couldn't we have had a weaker Labrador to deal with? Almost back to the main point of it now, and then what have I got to do? There's that bunch of fucking Skittles back somewhere in the forest, isn't there? I'll try whacking those, but I don't know. Feels like that felt like a this is an obstacle moment. Not like just smash a bunch of funny things, it's fine. But like that, the wall has just placed doubt in my heart now, and now I can't expel it until I've like checked myself. I need definitive proof. And who better to seek it than the man with a large axe and his favourite dead bird? We've got a vial of watercress, why do we keep it in a vial? It's simply cress, it's not really, like, dangerous or, like, in need of containment of any kind. Just seems like an odd decision. We could have used that for something. If it's not, like, a potion Or something of that nature. Why are you keeping it in a vial? Cress isn't potions, alright? Bone shot. I've always said that, including the bone shot bit. Because if you just, like, say bone shot, like, confidently, as if it's, like, you know, as if it punctuates your victory, people will be like, oh man, I just got bone shot. I just got bone shot on the subject of alchemy. And they'll never be any the wiser. Because weirdly they never look it up after. And that's my true victory, is, you know, at that point, you know, you can't even admit that you know now, because, like, it'll be tacit admission that it took you that long to look into it, and, you know, you didn't think to do it at the time. You may have even just found out accidentally at that stage. You're too proud. That's why I keep beating you in the arena of whatever the fuck this was. I think I'm going this way. If there's a bowling alley down here, then we'll know that I'm correct. There's Snonkuses waiting to go to war with you. There's all sorts over here. Licorice or otherwise. And they're waiting for you to ambush you. Oh, Bassets! The Basset's ambush, they call it. It's an effective military strategy. Insofar as licorice typically goes. Among the ways licorice can ambush you, it's one of the more effective. But we don't know if that says much, is the only thing. And that's beside the point, because we've got to have our moment of truth. Moment of truth going after the folks! Whoo! It's doing nothing. Okay, we've come this way for nothing. Good to know. Back we go to the teleport room. Hooray! That overwhelmed me for a moment. I've seen more bones in one place at like one time. I've seen that move done before, but like no. Somehow that was just too much for me in this moment, and that's how you know I'm tired. Is like there should never be too many bones for me usually. Oh, yay, yay! You crept up on me. You've turned into a funny dinosaur, and God bless you for that. And you've got a fun crown on. Let's get a good look at you and what you represent. Winged dragon with a striking crest, fears the hunter of the sky. This main diet is fish. Well, you know what? I'm glad. And you can have anything. Really, at this point. What do I want to give you? Well, tell you what. So that we have an excuse to change weapons. There. Not had these on in a while. Become... Well, fuck. Is this a way I want... It is. That's fine then. If it wasn't, I would of course have reversed. Well, of course. Damn how the same word can have more than one meaning, because, like, what if it's necessary more than once in it? It's just, you know, it's increasing the odds that it'll appear more than once in the sentence, and just be awkward for everyone. Thinking about playing Arkham Origins again. Just kind of like I went through. I got the Arkham Revisited Collection or whatever the fuck it was called. Like, they re-released Arkham Asylum and City on the PS4. Like in a bundle. I acquired a physical copy of that at some stage. Can't remember how or where. But like Asylum, I find genuinely difficult to go back to, just sort of like mechanically, and like, you know, its atmosphere was the main draw. Like, I don't know if it was like a function of something they fucked up with the remaster, like Silent Hill 2 style. I know there was some like effects and whatnot that like were not the same, and like were clearly struggling. Mostly to do with like detective mode. I think they fucked with the like brightness as well, because like in Arkham City, like Calendar Man emerging from his cell was like this sort of intimidating, I'm in the shadows being creepy about the numbers on the calendar that I've got. But like, he's just a guy in a room in the in the PS4. He's just kind of sat there perfectly lit. Like, you're just looking at Julian Day, sat down, in a perfectly ordinary. You know, I turned the brightness all the way down, and it was still that way. I don't know what the fuck happened, but so yeah, there's a bit of that, but like, City was a better experience. Felt more responsive, had less fuckery going on with, like, the fewer of the visual effects had gone wrong. But yeah, Origins, like Origins was a very different feeling. Like, it had a slightly different tone to it, and in a lot of ways it was sort of a precursor to this kind of the very cynical beast that Arkham Knight would become. But I kind of didn't hate Origins. Like, it was its own thing, but I liked it. Whereas Knight I really didn't get on with. Which of these am I going to? I think you? Perhaps? Yeah, here we are. Right, moment of truth. Does this... oh, well, never mind destroying a candle for me, then. Does this take me somewhere? Is this the path of progression? We'll find out after I destroy the large people! Yeah, long glide is a traversal ability again. Updated versions of things I didn't strictly need. I don't know what the goal is for a lot of this. Because I've not seen a path that I like couldn't have gotten across otherwise. Have I just coincidentally managed to get all of these before the point where I needed them? Or is something... ow! What's going on? I never looked up the secret yeah, that's very clearly again. Oh, you're just a fucking treasure chest though, that's not... that doesn't look like a path. Maybe I'm wrong, please have me be wrong. Because here's the thing. If the progression was going to be anywhere, it would be here. Because like we were pointed directly at this on our way in. And it's the closest one to the area. Yeah, there we go, look. That's more promising. Don't give me the contents of a box. Whoa, sparkly. Damascus steel. Delightful. You also punch. give you some things for a bit, just while I'm committed to these. Uh-huh. Here we are, look, whole new area. Lovely. Now we're getting somewhere with even more skeletons in it than the bone soldiers. Await in the mossy areas of the world, waiting for you to pounce. Why are they waiting for you to pounce? Sure. That one pounced himself, look. You see, he's got the right idea. He had the same thought I did. It's like, why am I waiting for this fucker to attack? Not that he really got out of it, like, any the better for wear. You know, it didn't ultimately help him, but, you know. I like to think he's glad to have at least gone out fighting. He can be proud of that, you know? Whereas there's other ones. Just more gold. We like our gold, don't we, in the swamp? In the ruins of terrible places. Terrible places where Dracula once did a thing, I guess. What's Dracula done in here? Only time will tell. And time, as we know... Ow! Ow! Well, now I don't know time anymore. You've knocked that out of my brain. I've got to relearn it now at the knowledge shop. Oh dear. Oh, fuck! No! No, you can only be 7 years old if you're younger than 8 years old. You have a lot to learn about age. Frankly. Doesn't fucking work the way you seem to be insisting it does. Biff. Come on, biff the... There we go. There was nothing in it even. What a waste of everyone's time. Waste of everyone's time knocking into the candles. Hate that. Well, now I need to... Now here's the thing. Like, I need to figure out where we're stopping the episode. Because, like, I've been recording for, like, the length of one. But I don't, because, like... It was all backtracking, so there will very much be stuff that's getting cut. You know, long stretches where I didn't speak because I was just sort of like, you know, I was grinding, and I've not got a lot to talk about during the grind. Sure are a lot of bones in this neck of the woods. Oh, snoots! Yay, the snoot wizards are gone once again. I heard you needed something to discuss. Maybe you could discuss how pointy my nose is. Oh, God. I just steal gold, yeah. I see the purple, you know, the thing turns purple and I get excited. I'm like, ooh, a crime I can do on you. Bit of larceny for me, for my breakfast. But no, that's just gold. It's just gold, not a funny pipe cleaner, not a delicious... No, it's fine, it's just a normal wizard. Just a normal wizard, easily dealt with. A sequence of people foolish enough to try and get in my way, not realising that... Oh, what did you... Oh, you're the ones who make the floor. You make cracks in the floor, and that's your weapon. The very ground itself will turn blue and tell me to go away. But I won't leave, and then what's your plan? Eh? When the floor doesn't work... What's your other idea? What's your next move? What's your alternative stratagem, Copernicus? I know it's you under there. Only you would float around in a mask. That's not even remotely. I would float around in a mask given half a chance. If you gave me the opportunity, there's just no way in hell I'd turn that down. Although I may be suspicious as to your motives for offering me that, because people, you know, when people tell me to float, there's usually something in it for them. Makes me wonder, is all. Too cynical at this, but I'm too cynical to just immediately trust a floating proposition. Snoofing around in circles. Ow. Why would you injure me? I mean, you're Dracula's minions. There's really... It was never in the cards that you weren't going to try. It's the whole reason for you being here, I guess. So, you know what? It was a daft question. Ow! No! You're going through the ground! You're going through the ground telling me to leave. Oh, with the revelation about how Sandra works, I can think. I know how to reliably knock you into the air. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, maybe I should wait until there's just one of you. Oh. So hard to arrange for it to happen. Perish! Come on. What am I fucking... By the time I've got the opportunity to jump, you're on your way back down. Is it more a question of... Yeah, there we go. Oh! Well, we know now. It's something I don't have to think... It's a mistake I don't have to make again. Is the way to look at it. I may swish at you once more, but I shall know that it isn't worth going out of my way for. And if there's one person who could knit spaghetti into novelty gifts for children, it's Gabriel Sextuplet. Very specific skill that they have.
Ow.
Scraping me into a corner from beneath the soil. The nerve of you. The hubris that it takes. The sheer rotten arrogance. Need a fair few more. You've gotten a fair few just through the process of all this, in fairness. So honestly, like we're making good time on this whole punching people and getting the resources to evolve a pixie into a slightly higher level one that's probably just going to look like a normal pixie and thus be incredibly disappointing to me, but at least it'll be another thing that I've gotten out of the way. So, you know, I can finally cross that off my to-do list, which is good, because it was like taking up the entire back of the page, that one. Fuck that. This is a lot of skeletons all of a sudden. They just sort of came out of the... They didn't stop coming out of the ground when you would usually expect them to. There's no upper limit to the number of skeletons they want to unleash upon you. Well, I kind of wanted to fight all of the skeletons. Kind of wanted to fight more skeletons, my chum, but you know, you heard me complain about that. Well, there's even more skeletons here, so like it's not like it's even solved the problem. So really, what are we even doing here? You know? Fuck away. Have you heard the legend of Fuck Away Martin? He's a guy called Martin, and you have to leave. couldn't be bothered coming up with like a whole story that could function like as an allegory for why you have to not bother me in this moment. Just fuck off. Alright? You're making me go to effort to describe things, and that's like the second worst thing that you could really do to me in this context. I'm running out of healing juice. I need more of it. This is becoming a problem. I'll stop you all. I'll stop you all in the name of bloody fucks. Ow! I didn't stop that very well. Could perhaps have done a better job stopping you. Come on. While we're all breathing, while we're all behind the moon. There's a secret oxygen bar there. You fucking remember oxygen bars? They fucking flavoured oxygen for you to breathe. Literally charging you for breathing. How'd you fucking gentrify breathing? What kind of person does it take to have that idea? It's fucking incredible. That was years ago. Like, you'd expect that to be like something that happened like this year. Like, it'd be very on brand for that to be in vogue this year. But no, like, that was fucking so long ago at this point. I'm just perpetually horrified by the shit people try and sell you these days. Oh, I've learned a fucking gambling machine, that's great. Maybe the writing was on the wall for Konami earlier than we wanted to admit. Well, okay, now that we've seen that, I will never use it again. I'm sure you can get cool stuff from it, but here's the thing, I don't care, really. So if I put him in auto mode, will he just like randomly gamble? If so, I can't put you in auto mode anymore, because like I don't want you wasting your very life's essence on a slot machine. I don't want that to happen to you. I must protect you from the evil that happens now. And that's all of your abilities that you can learn in your wasp form. So all that remains is to transition into normal folk. I feel like we've been doing this dance for a while now, underground people. Is the game like just expecting that you'll have gone on to the next room before then? They're like, you know, they've got the option to leave if they want to. They must, if they're still here at this point, they must be here to grind enemies. Let's make it slightly easier for them. I can respect that. You've turned back into skeletons. You turn back into skeletons sometimes for me to kick. Which is good, because I was suffering from bone deficiency for a moment there, and now I've got a few more to add to my collection. The Morning Star you bonked me with, it's terrible. Very effective. You've caused me grievous injury. I'm worried that a pixie may not have enough energy left. You're being good at your jobs right now. If it weren't for the fact I was the player character, you may well have slain me this day. I can see how you kept people away from Dracula, up until this point. Ow. Well, not Dracula in this instance, because he's like... Dracula's curse. Dracula by proxy. A dead man's Dracula. You're stopping people from deactivating the Dracula failsafe, effectively, and you know, whatever you're protecting in this place, you're done good. You know, you're doing a good job of it. And you know, I just want you to know that. You know, I may have to destroy you, but that doesn't mean I have to be an arsehole. You know, there doesn't have to be hard feelings right now. It's just two people, well, one person and an army of skeletons doing what they have to. For their own reasons that are equally valid. I don't mean to invalidate anyone who wants to do curses on humanity on behalf of Dracula, or any vampiric overlord for that matter. You know, I just would rather that didn't happen, and will be aiming to stop you. But, you know, that doesn't mean I can't appreciate the craft. Well, there's a fucking thing. A djinn. Wait, that's a. Oh, the other ones were ifrits. They weren't called djinn in practice. Well, can I burgle anything worthwhile from you? It is something for me to look up. From your snoot. He made a deal with the devil to have a better snoot than usual. Here we go. Oh, you just have to wait until he sort of backs away from you. Okay. Just have to kind of wait him out. You're really breaking my guard a lot. So, yeah, I really do just have to... Because the guide I've been using up until this point just said, I'm not sure, I just kind of kept perfect guarding him until he just walked away and I got the prompt. But you literally just have to wait until he decides to retreat. Why do you have the head of a Resident Evil licker, can I ask? You'd think Konami would not want to draw too much attention to the works of Capcom in the survival horror arena, what with them being sort of the big two and therefore conceivably rivals in that department. I fucking replayed Silent Hill 2 recently. I don't fucking... So... It's daft as all fuck, is the thing. You've just got squiggly boys doing cartwheels out of bushes, going... People don't talk like humans, but then that's to be expected of like older video game voice acting. But like, the atmosphere is tense enough, and then you encounter the actual threats, and they're just goofy as shit. So like, I guess it just speaks to like how masterfully they executed on the like atmospheric side of things, that it could be remembered as like by many the pinnacle of the survival horror genre, despite the shit I saw in that game. Because like, man, it's just a bunch of funny puppets going woobity floop. Are you gonna fucking do the thing the guide said you would at any point? Because it's, you know, it's another unique item that I need to get. It's not gold, or I would absolutely not have waited this long. There, look, I'm a threat. Back away from me. He's not having it. He's like, no, I've been poked in the nipple before. I can take it. You know what, buddy? I kind of have to end the episode. So, if you don't give me the thing by the time I'm done with the outro, I will just have to eviscerate you on sight. So thank you all for watching. Tune in next time when hopefully we can find ourselves a djinn who's a tad more cowardly. so that I can get the things from him that I need. Oh, will I succeed, or will I be mauled into a corner by a big blue boy who looks a lot like our friend from Gauntlet Dark Legacy? We may never know. I could just be cryogenically frozen before I get the chance to record that episode. I hope I'm not. It would be inconvenient. But who's to say at the moment? Yeah. Bye, everyone. Right, you've had your fucking chance. There was something wildly satisfying about that. Fuck me!